Mm. Sports fans, PBC Sports Chaos. And PB, it's Thanksgiving weekend, so that means we're going to pick some Thanksgiving games, which is NFL games, and we'll pick a little Black Friday. We will not pick the Black Friday NFL game. We'll pick the Black Friday rivalry college football games this week. So, as normal, our NFL games are winner only, but our college football games we'll add a little science to that. We'll pick against the spread. Are you ready for that?
I am ready as I'll ever be. Let's do it.
Let's start with the NFL. By the way, the one thing that we're not going to talk about is the NBA in-season tournament, which has like a myriad of games going on tonight on Thanksgiving Eve. I think the NBA is embarrassed by what happened last year when the NFL played on Christmas Day, right? NFL took the ratings away from them, and now the NBA is trying to get cash in on that by taking away football weekend, which is Thanksgiving. Do you agree?
Could be a good strategy. Maybe we'll see how it works out.
Well, it's going to backfire because I'm not watching a effing NBA game tonight. That's for sure. All right.
Neither am
Packers Lions kick us off. This game has a lot of intrigue. Packers were a lot of people's NFL Super Bowl pick after the Micah trade. You've never swayed from your Lions team as being the best in the NFC. So what do you think?
Yeah. Well, I don't think the Lions are the best team in the NFC anymore, especially after they
Well,
barely beat the Giants in overtime last week. I still think they're talented. I still think they can make a deep run in the playoffs. But right now, the Rams, to me, are the best team in the NFC.
agree.
Um,
I agree.
but I do like the Lions at home on Thanksgiving. Packers have just struggled as of late. I mean, they just don't look themselves. I know Jacobs was out last week and Love had an off week. I mean, if the
Right, PB,
Lions
that's a
can,
recurring theme. Love had an off week is a recurring theme. Do you agree?
it is becoming one. Yes, yes. And can the Lions get after them? I mean, if they can get after them and they can play good defense, which I think they can, I don't think this game's close. Actually, I think it's going to be a little bit of a shootout. I think Lions can put up somewhere in the low 30s, and Green Bay will struggle to get to 2024, in my opinion. So I'm looking at like a 34-20, 34-21 type of game. But I definitely have the Lions.
I'm with you. If Lions score 30, there's no way Packers can overcome that at the end of the day. Now, if the Lions don't score more than 20, different game, but I'm with you. I think the Lions score 30 probably in that game and win this thing. Okay, G Money has, I think, the Lions as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think the biggest matchup will be can Detroit's offensive line hold off Michael Parsons?
They get injuries. They get injuries, right? So
Yeah.
that's a good point. But Micah might just show up and blow this game up and have a Miles Garrett type of game. So,
Yeah.
all right. KC goes to Dallas. Both of those teams had improbable wins last week. I mean, KC was down to Indy, did not look good. Mahomes looked normal in that game, regular to other people, and somehow or other they found a way to win the game. Dallas, on the other hand, was absolutely getting croaked. I mean, I walked out of my father-in-law's house and went home because I thought the game was over in the second quarter. And then when I got home and watched them pull out the big comeback, unfreaking believable. To your point, it's more of an indictment on Philadelphia and Jalen Hurts, who you say is not the guy and not the team. So who do you think in this game?
Yeah, I'm very disappointed in myself because even on the show, even though I picked Philly, I was saying negative things about Philly, and I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas won. But here's the worst part about it. I was in week 12 in my Survivor League, and I got eliminated last week because I took the freaking Eagles over the Cowboys. So the Eagles just screwed me all over the place. So now I hate them even more for not winning when I actually needed them to win. But anyways, back to Dallas. Yeah, I mean Dallas is 500 again, and they have a little glimmer of hope here. And CD Lamb's back, and George Pickens is balling, and I don't know. I think this game might be a little bit closer than people think. But I think KC, they're out. They're still on the outside looking in when it comes to the playoffs. I think they still have this, playoff type vibe mentality going into this game. And when the Chiefs have a playoff mentality, it's going to be hard to beat them. So I'm going to have to take the Chiefs in this one. I think it'll be close, but I'm going Chiefs.
You
By the
mentioned a
way,
couple things there. You mentioned a couple things. CD Lamb is not balling out, by the way. I mean, he had three blatant drops last week that made him look like one of the Patriots receivers in 2006 playing for Tom Brady when he almost quit the team. So CeeDee looked very average. George Pickens, on the hand, who you both and I said at the beginning of the year, we're not sure. He's a talented guy, but he's a head case. He's been a baller for that team. In my mind, he's number one. Yeah, CD maybe 1B, but Pickens is definitely number one, 1A, easy on that team. Cowboys did a lot to pull that game out to win that thing. I was totally shocked. I don't think, and by the way, this is a playoff game for the Cowboys, too. They're 500. They still need to win this game as well. They're on the outside looking in the NFC. So it's big for both teams. Dak has been remarkable at home. I keep forgetting how good he's been at home. I'm going Cowboys, man. I got to go Cowboys. How can I not go against Dak in the Cowboys?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna take them at any point, take them on Thanksgiving. That's always a good play. By the way, in the first game, G Money also had the Lions, so all three of us had the Lions there. This game, me and G Money both are taking the Chiefs, and you're the lone Cowboy pick right now. But it's a good pick.
I got it. I can't go against them after last week. All right. The last Thanksgiving Day game in the NFL slate, Cincinnati goes to Baltimore. Now, we make fun of Cincinnati every week, but Joe Burrow is back. The gunslinger is back. Lamar's hurting once again. He hurt another part of his body. I think it was the toe. What do you think of this game? I know it's in Baltimore, but still.
Yeah. And just for the record, G Money has Baltimore on this one. I looked at this game and I said, what did I see out of Cincinnati last week? I saw a pretty good Cincinnati team. They didn't have Burrow. They didn't have Chase. They lost T. Higgins for what were very important key drives down the stretch. And they still gave the Patriots a game. Their defense actually played a little bit. They actually played a little bit of defense. And Baltimore, they're on this little run right now, but if you look at the schedule, they're playing sub teams. I know it doesn't matter. It's all about NFL. You got to win the game because you can make that same argument for the Patriots, but they're barely winning some of these games against bad teams, including the Jets last week. Yes. I really think Cincinnati's going to get this rejuvenation and say, hey, we go into Baltimore, we win this game. Guess what? We can win the division now. They have a legitimate shot at taking that division.
Yep.
If they win this week. If they don't win this week, they're toast. And it's Burrow's first game back, and it's prime time. It's Thanksgiving night. I love the Bengals in this game. G Money has Baltimore, but I'm going Cincinnati.
All right. So here's the kiss of death. I had Baltimore circled on my sheet. I'm going Cincinnati. We know what that means.
Baltimore's probably going to win now.
Yeah.
Every time you switch your pick. But hey, at some point you have to win one of those, right?
You're right? All right. Let's go to the NCAA. Let's go college football. There's a bunch of games on Friday, but we're going to pick three. We're going to do A&M, Texas. We're going to do Georgia Tech, and the Egg Bowl, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Let's start with Texas A&M, Texas, because this one's an elimination game, at least for Texas. A&M will probably still make the playoffs even if they lose the game. A&M's a 2.5-point favorite. By the way, all three of these games we're going to pick. The higher-rated team is on the road in these games. So A&M goes to Texas, 2.5-point favorite. What do you think?
Yeah, and that's the point of it. Like, if this game was on a neutral field, that tells me that, it would be Texas A&M all day, right? So the fact that they're favored on the road tells you something.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take A&M. I'm going to lay the 2.5. I think they can win by a field goal or more.
I'm with you on that. Georgia goes to Georgia Tech. I think that game's played at a neutral field, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's played in where the Falcons play. 13.5-point favorite for Georgia in that game. Yeah. Up to 2 weeks ago, I would have said Georgia Tech could hold in that game. But after what BC did, and then Georgia Tech ended up losing again last week, right? No, they didn't lose to BC, but I think Georgia erupts. I think they cover the 13.5. They score 2 touchdowns over Georgia Tech.
You know what? See, I have the same exact theory, and that's why I'm also taking Georgia. And the other thing is, too, Georgia's defense, they could legitimately hold Tech to 16, 10 points. Yeah, 3 points. Yeah. Georgia doesn't have to put up a lot here. They can put up 24, 27 and cover that spread easily. So I'm going Georgia as well. By the way, so far, the 2 picks, G-Money has the opposite of the 2. He has Texas, and he also has...
By the way, the Georgia quarterback, Gunnar Stockton, right? He's been playing pretty good lately. We don't talk a lot about him, right?
Yeah.
All
definitely.
right. The last one. This one, it's the Egg Bowl. I love when it has a name to it. The Egg Bowl. I used to always love to watch this game the day after Thanksgiving. Actually, sometimes it used to be on Thanksgiving night before the NFL started putting games on Thanksgiving night. It always was a better game than it looked like on paper. Ole Miss goes to Mississippi State. This looks like a total blowout. But the whole Lane Kiffin thing, is he going? Is he staying? Is hanging over every friggin' kid's head on the roster. Saturday morning, suppose it's the big announcement after this game. What do you think happens in this game?
Yeah, and that could go one way. That could go south in a hurry, but it also could kind of motivate people in a way. So I'm going to take Ole Miss. I'm going to lay the 7.5. I know you hate that half a point. You're probably going to take Mississippi State in this one. G Money has Mississippi State, but I'm just going to ignore that half a point, and I'm going Ole Miss.
For one time, I'm going Ole Miss as well. I think the players step up a little bit and say, you know what, Lane, F you, we're going to play hard no matter what if you stay or go right at the end of the day. By the way, before we finish, does Lane leave or stay? What do you think? And where does he go
Oh,
if he leaves?
yeah. That's a good one. I'm going to bet on go right. He's going to leave right now. But I don't know where he's going to land.
Let's say he goes to LSU if he leaves.
Yeah. All right. That's a good one. I was thinking that in the back of my head, but all
All right.
right. Well,
We'll catch up Saturday morning with a couple more of our pick six, NFL three, college football three, because it's good. You know what we got? We got the game up north, right? Ohio State, Michigan plays on Saturday.
yeah. Yeah. And we got a
The
good
Iron
game with
Bowl.
the Colts and Texans is good NFL game this Sunday too.
Oh, yeah. All right, man. All right. We'll talk Saturday. All right. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Sounds good. You too.